been around for 30 years. The North American International Auto Show is going on right now, and joining us is Mike Amuzio, the managing editor over at video over at Kelley Blue Book. All right, so you're out there, it's just getting started. What are some of the trends that you're seeing right off the bat?
I mean, two big trends, pickup trucks and SUVs, which is why, as a car guy, I'm thrilled to not have to talk about either of those because I'm standing at the Hyundai stand next to the Veloster, which is all new for 2019. And I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the Veloster because it's asymmetrical. You've got one door on the driver's side and two doors on the passenger side. A totally unique look, nothing like it in the marketplace, but they've updated it with new styling, some great interior features, including a 7-inch infotainment display with standard Apple CarPlay, standard lane keeping assist. But what's most thrilling to me as a performance guy is that Hyundai has unveiled their N performance lineup, and this is going to be the first Hyundai N vehicle, which means up to 275 horsepower, a limited slip differential, sport tuned suspension. This thing's going to be a ball of fun to drive, and for the record, I love the blue color, and you can't talk me out of that. I love the blue. But you know, I did mention SUVs being a major trend, and one of the SUVs that was introduced here is the Acura RDX prototype. And the way Acura does it is when they call something a prototype, it means this is essentially the production vehicle, just barely more fantastic than the car is going to be. So when you look at the RDX, that's what it's actually going to look like for the most part when it arrives in dealerships. I'm excited about the RDX because it's got a 2-liter turbocharged engine paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. We've experienced that same powertrain in the Honda Accord and really liked it. So I think this is going to be a great application of that engine. Also super handling, all-wheel drive. So I'm guessing that RDX is going to handle pretty darn well. And then also, as a father of a 2.5-year-old, they've added a foot-activated power tailgate. So when I have my daughter on my arms and I'm trying to put stuff in the back of the vehicle, I can just do that without having to, set her on the ground, which is going to be super fantastic. But continuing that SUV theme, one of the little surprises here was a company called GAC Motor. That may be an unfamiliar name to you because they're a Chinese company. They were founded in 2008, and they came to Detroit in a big way. At their stand, you'll see the GS8, which is a 7-passenger SUV. And if you look at the GS8, it's got LED headlights, a massive, panoramic moonroof, a 10-inch infotainment display. So it's a pretty neat SUV, and that's going to be their first product when they come here. They've got plans to arrive in 2019. We've been talking about Chinese manufacturers coming to the American market for a really long time. Looks like it's about to happen, so it's going to be neat to see what happens when they arrive. But I mean, that's kind of a quick taste of what's happening in Detroit. There's a lot of stuff, to absorb at the Detroit Auto Show. And if you can't make your way out here for the show, head over to kbb.com. We've got a bunch of information about all the cars that are being shown here.
Mike, I get one question. I don't know if it's like that dress from a couple years ago, whether it was black or blue, depending on how you look at it. You say that car is blue behind you? Because it looks a little white on my screen.
This is exactly like the dress. That is a light blue. It's kind of a baby blue, like cool suits from the 70s.
Yes.
It's kind of like that with the little red accents. It's the new hotness.
I like it. I like it. And I like the little foot activated thing. I got a little one on the way in about 5 months, so I'm gonna have to take a look at that one. I appreciate you joining us. And tell our folks again where they can go get all this in one place.
Head over to kbb.com. That's where I work, and a ton of automotive information is there waiting for you.
And a special thanks to Hyundai, GAC, and Acura for bringing us all that info from the car show.